This video essay will discuss the theme of a mother figure and how this relates into the twin gynecologists' obsession with female genitalia and specifically their attraction to the unusual or unique internal reproductive systems of women, in this case for the character of Claire. This video clip depicts the moment of discovery of how Claire's body possesses a rare cervix. This fascinates Beverly, who is examining Claire. He proceeds to inform Elliot of this new surreal discovery, asking him to further examine her. The significance of the scene can be supported through the reading from Barbara Creed. She states that Claire having 3 cervixes correlates and replicates the ideas of there being a symbolic meaning and that she is the missing mother figure that these twins have been seeking for. Furthermore, there is continued discussion on the cervix being related to a mythical or religious symbol, in which is analysed through psychoanalysis and is stated to be where the term Oedipal triangle signifies a family constellation in which the mother figure is central, therefore relating Claire's room as being this new home which can facilitate both the twins with her being guardian to the entrance. Nonetheless, showing the beginnings of the moulding of the notion that she is the mother figure and protector of the twins. To summarise, this clip has highlighted the workings of the start of the relationship between the twins and Claire, which through further psychoanalysis will show other themes that stem from this.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the significance of the ending of Dead Ringers in relation to psychoanalysis. Towards the end of the film, Beverly becomes depressed and dependent on drugs, and Elliot tries to help him. However, he eventually begins taking drugs with Beverly. Earlier in the film, Elliot states, "You haven't had any experience till I had it too." Elliot lives up to this statement. Soon the twins become completely synchronized in their drug abuse. The scene in which the twins walk across the mess of their apartment together, wearing the exact same clothes, demonstrates just how in sync they are at this point in the film. The perfectly in-time movement of the mental twins in this scene comes across as creepy. Sigmund Freud, an earlier studier of psychoanalysis, associated the uncanny with identical twins. He believed that the unconscious part of the brain which we suppress is closely linked with the uncanny. In the final scenes of the film, Beverly cuts Elliot's stomach open with gynecological tools, an attempt to cut the invisible joint which he believes is holding him and Elliot together. This causes Elliot to bleed out. Canizares, 2010, argues that the twins believe that through death they can return to how things were before birth. Creed 1990 explains that the womb to the twins is a place of total harmony in which they can exist as separate entities but feel more psychologically connected than ever. After the separation is completed, Beverly can't even see Elliot lying dead. He just repeats "Ellie" again and again whilst looking around. This just proves how separated the twins are. The film ends with a shot of Beverly lying on Elliot's lap, and we assume that Beverly dies too shortly after this. As Canizares 2010 puts it, the twins are in unity at birth and in death.
Once Beverly and Elliot's bond is separated, with Elliot going off to teach his brother's research, Beverly becomes more dependent on Claire as a lover, mother figure, and excuse to use drugs. The symbolic nature of Beverly and Claire could be seen as that of a mother supporting her child, with the drugs being the sustenance that the child needs in order to survive. This indicates that Beverly is in the outside world, no longer in the womb of the twins' apartment office. This frightens the two. Beverly has a dream where Claire, being the outside world herself, is in between the two twins in bed, conjoined together at the stomach. Claire proceeds to separate the two in a horrific scene that shows how much of an effect she's having on the twins. Canizares, 2010, page 210. Our protagonists in the film similarly regard Claire's involvement in their lives as a threat to their unity and even to their enactment of differentiation. Elliot is subsequently having a distress of his own when 2 twin girls show up. He says he sees them as one, as he does himself, asking the pair to use Beverly and Elliot to distinguish between the two. But that in itself is a lie. It is obvious that he wishes to be with his brother, and since they both consider themselves one whole, this could be Elliot's way of coping without Beverly.
The overt contrast between Ellie's extroversion and Beverly's introversion, as well as providing many great character scenes displaying their differences on full show, allows the audience to develop a deep psychological understanding of the pair. One scene during the third act of the film flips their pre-established dynamic as we see Ellie's rapid decline to a state similar to Beverly. The scene features Ellie confronting Claire about her intentions with Beverly, where Claire reveals she truly has feelings for Beverly. This appears to confuse or even enrage Ellie, who can't quite believe that someone who he couldn't have has feelings for his weak, introverted brother. This idea is reinforced by an early scene where Ellie asserts his dominance on Beverly, stating how Beverly has never had anyone who Ellie didn't have first. Whilst Ellie still had sex with Claire first, the fact that she did in fact catch feelings for Beverly and proceeded to enter a sexual relationship with him appears to have triggered something in Ellie, whether that be jealousy or a potential protective urge that the more extroverted of two brothers would tend to have for their sibling, especially after seeing the effect Claire had on Beverly, both mentally and physically, with his blatant drug misuse, which eventually and inevitably begins to affect Ellie too, as upon the film's climax the two brothers are nearly indistinguishable.